I know my colleagues on the other side would have liked to join us here today to commemorate the 181st anniversary of Indian Arrival Day in our great Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Regrettably, they saw it fit not to be present, nor to bring greetings on their own behalf or on behalf of their constituents. So I take this opportunity, Madam Deputy Speaker, on behalf of the government and the people of Trinidad and Tobago, and on behalf of the United National Congress, which forms the government cabinet of our great republic, to extend sincere greetings to the national community, and in particular to our Indo-Trinidadian and Tobagonian brothers and sisters, whose history, struggles, sacrifices, and achievements have become inseparable from the story of our nation itself. Madam Deputy Speaker, Indian Arrival Day is not merely a date on our national calendar. It is a solemn and proud reminder of one of the defining chapters in the making of TNT. It's an occasion that calls us to reflect upon the courage of those who crossed oceans into uncertainty, to honor the resilience of those who endured hardship with dignity, and to celebrate the generations whose contributions transformed struggle into legacy and sacrifice into nation building. 181 years ago, the ship Patel Razak arrived in Trinidad carrying the first group of Indian indented laborers to these shores. I shared once before, and many of you who know the history will recall that our ancestors who came out of India, they were known as bound coolies. And they were bound coolies because they were bonded by a contract of indentureship. And they landed here, as I say, starting from 181 years ago. Those men and women and children, they came from distant villages across the Indian subcontinent. The conditions they encountered were harsh and unforgiving. The indentureship system demanded exhausting labor under difficult circumstances. There were language barriers. There was social isolation. There was tremendous emotional pain caused by separation from homeland and family. Many arrived with little material possessions, but they carried with them something far more valuable: resilience, discipline, spirituality, and an unwavering determination to survive and succeed. And succeed they did in this our republic. Madam Deputy Speaker, when they came, they had no traveler's checks, I said it before. They had no credit cards. They had no wire transfers. But they came with something that was even more valuable. They came with the Quran. They came with the Gita, with the Ramayana, and their holy books, and with their own disciplines and ways of life, which they brought into our country. Through sacrifice and perseverance, they transformed adversity into opportunity. They laid a foundation for generations to come. Today, their descendants stand proudly with all the people of TNT, all those who came to Trinidad and Tobago to create the beautiful rainbow nation that we now call sweet TNT. Madam Deputy Speaker, on Indian Arrival Day, we celebrate the tremendous cultural contribution of Indian heritage to our national identity. Trinidad and Tobago is richer because of the traditions preserved and passed down through generations. The rhythms of Tassa drums, the beauty and devotion of Ramlila, the vibrant celebrations of Diwali and Pagwa, the teachings and practices of Hinduism and Islam, the melodies of classical Indian music, chutney and chutney soka, which derive therefrom, the flavors and aromas of our beloved cuisine have all become treasured elements of our shared national culture. Indian Arrival Day therefore reminds us that cultural identity is not something that divides us. Rather, it is something which strengthens the mosaic of our nation, the tapestry of which we call Trinidad and Tobago. We may have all come on different boats, but we are all united under one banner, Mother Trinidad and Tobago, and we are all now in the same boat, Trinidad and Tobago. Every group that came to our shores brought with them traditions, values, customs, which collectively enriched Trinidad and Tobago. As we celebrate Indian Arrival Day, we celebrate the enduring truth that diversity remains one of our greatest national strengths here in TNT. As we reflect on this 181st anniversary, we reaffirm our collective responsibility to preserve harmony, understanding, and mutual respect among all the peoples of TNT. In this regard, Indian Arrival Day is not only a celebration for one community, it is a national observance for every citizen of TNT. It is a reminder that our greatest achievements emerge not when we focus on what separates us, but when we recognize our shared destiny as one people. Trinidad and Tobago continues to stand as a powerful example of multicultural coexistence. Our people worship differently sometimes. Our people speak differently sometimes. Our people cook differently sometimes. We celebrate differently, but yet again, we remain united by a common love for country and a shared aspiration for peace, dignity, and progress. That unity we have must never be taken for granted. It must always be protected. I had the privilege of meeting members of two very strong multinational companies a short while ago in this Parliament who are seeking to invest in Trinidad and Tobago. And they smiled at some of us who were dressed as we were. And I said, you know what? In Trinidad and Tobago, you will see us dressed like this Indian arrival. We celebrate Hinduism, we celebrate Islam, and everybody celebrates Christmas, all of TNT. So we're all united together in that way, and we must never forget that we must preserve this unity, this cohesion, because I said to them, that is our multicultural nation, and they were very impressed, because we share this peacefully, in peaceful coexistence here in TNT. No matter whence our forefathers came, out of the great countries, out of Europe, out of Asia, out of Africa, out of China, out of India, wherever we came from. We came here out of those places. They're no longer motherlands to us. Trinidad and Tobago is our motherland. But we honor and recognize from whence our ancestors came. So we have motherland Trinidad and Tobago, and we have grandmotherland Africa. We have grandmotherland out of Africa, out of Asia, out of India, of course. We have grandmothers and great-grandmothers. And today, I think they must all be proud, all those ancestors who came, those who were forced here through slavery, which I am, put together as being trafficked. People were trafficked out of Africa here in the worst conditions. Indented games as bound coolies. I'm sure all our ancestors today are proud that we are all sitting here in this Parliament of the Republic of Trinidad. I thank you. Never take our unity for granted. Let us always protect it. And may this observance strengthen our appreciation for our shared history, deepen our respect for one another, and inspire continued national unity for generations to come. Happy Indian Arrival Day from the government of Trinidad and Tobago, and on my own behalf, members of my party, of the United National Congress. Happy Indian Arrival Day. I thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker.